With Ursuline's Coach Reardon following the win over Cheney. Coach, 2-0 in the conference now.
Yep.
What did you think of your team's performance tonight?
Yeah, I thought it was hot and cold. The second quarter we played lights out football. We came out in the third quarter and were able to get a running clock, and then credit them. They hit that big pass on us for a score, and then they put another drive together there at the end. But the second quarter, I thought we played really good football. First quarter, we were a little bit off kilter from an offensive perspective, but our defense was keeping us in it. And, overall, it was a win. Don't feel great about how we played in the second half, but, we got the win, and that's what's important.
But in that second half, the time kind of ran out on Cheney there. They just didn't have enough time to make up the ground. But, how important is it, if you're getting driven on, to not give up the big plays and make them run the clock to put your team at an advantage?
I think we did that on their last scoring drive. They scored, but we didn't give up anything big. We got them in fourth down twice and fourth and short twice on that drive, and a big part of that drive was we forced them to beat the clock.
And of course, next week in a big Holy War, everyone's talking about it. One of the biggest rivalries in the area and state. And what's going on with your team, and how are you feeling about that game?
Well, we haven't had a chance to start preparing for it, so it's still very early. But it's always, it's an emotional game. It's a big rivalry game, and it's a game that both sides look forward to. And going into Week 10, we're fortunate to be in the position we're in. But I know that they're going to be chomping at the bit to try to knock us off, and our goal is to obviously win the game and have momentum going into the playoffs.
Last week officially clinched the playoff spot, and next week if you win, probably clinch the number one seed. And what does that number one seed mean in terms of it's an advantage for the playoffs?
Well, first and foremost, it gives you 2 home games, as long as you take care of business in the first round. So, being in the top 4, that's what's nice, having the opportunity to play at home 2 more times. Other than that, obviously you're playing lower seeded teams. So, that's the goal. The goal is to make a deep playoff run. If you can play home multiple times, it obviously goes a long way just with the familiarity that we have here, and giving our seniors the opportunity to play here more. But then also, potentially playing lower seeded teams.